talk a little bit about the rumor that this girl named Faith, I can't remember her last name, posted on Giant Freaking Robot. Again, grain of salt, but there might be some truth to it. First off, I'm going to explain why I think so. Harrison Ford, in the last year, said he wouldn't be opposed to coming back to Star Wars, the guy who hated it. You know, that's interesting. Um, anyway, yeah, I got my only one and only glass of wine tonight because I'm going to sleep early. Um, so we got that. Um, and he actually said that. That is verifiable truth. So the idea that, oh, he hates Han Solo. No, I don't hate Han Solo. Oh, yes, I broke my glasses today. So, but no, he doesn't hate Han Solo. He likely uh, had some issues, I think, with um, some. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Um, some issues that were personal, I think, and I've said this before on here. So, hey, John 42. But just to reiterate, a lot of stuff happened on the, the set of, you know, A New Hope and the Empire Strikes Back, and um, I think it had more to do with personal stuff than it did with hating the character. Um, you know, they didn't approach. I mean, Return of the Jedi is great. I'm not going to complain about the movie, but if they'd have done it slightly differently, I think we would have a different, we would see a different attitude. Hey, nothing. I'm just talking. So, this girl named Faith posted on Giant Freaking Robot that one of their trusted sources stated that Harrison Ford had been filming. You know, they do the de-aging where they put the dots on their faces, and we've seen him as Indiana Jones do that. And they've got Shamook working for them. He even took what they did with the young Mark Hamill and made it look better. Hey, Heather. So, in The Mandalorian. So, this rumor wouldn't surprise me if it was true. Okay, and I'm going to add to this. Andor, of course, is wrapped. We are going to see it within the next year. There will be cameos. The fact is, we'll probably get a cameo of a younger Han Solo, younger than he was. Hey, Matt Piranha, younger than he was when we saw A New Hope. In Andor, an actor whose name I will not mention was in England while they were filming Andor, doing what he called a mopac. You could do a mopac for a movie, and he never said what it was. So we're trying to figure out, what is it, a game for the Mossad? MI6? The CIA? What the fuck? So I think we may tentatively get a young, brash, high on the hog Han Solo, in that show, which would be, I think, great. Okay, because we're gonna have basically little boy Luke running around and Kenobi. So about Boba Fett, if he did a DH thing for Boba Fett, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay. With the actor that I'm talking about for Andor, they don't really have to change a lot with him because he looks so much like Harrison, and he's done Mopac work before. I think right now Jon Favreau has learned a lesson. Don't try to. Hey, Mazarus. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Um, uh, they don't have to do a whole lot for him. It's look the guy from that movie. He's already working. He has awful Aaron Yuck has just got finished filming a movie called Cocaine Bear in Ireland, and he's already off to do another movie. So I no, I don't, and I think probably when Favreau saw that movie, he was like, so I'm gonna give 50-50 if this rumor is true about Ford. Okay. Um, oh yeah, I mean, Anthony Ingruber, I would love to talk to him. I really would. I think he's a really sweet guy. He's a good guy, and um, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say who the actor is at all. Um, but Mazers knows who I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna name the actor that I think was in England for Andor. Um, but about the rumor about Harrison, like I said, if I could find the article where it said he said that, I would come back to Star Wars if they asked me to. I'm gonna give you a theory I've got. Let's say Harrison was gonna be in all three movies, sequel trilogy. He gets the script for the last turd, and is like, and cameras start rolling. He realizes they're basically turn Mark into a whatever that was. God knows what they would have done to his character. And the thing about it was, they totally took advantage of Mark. Mark is a pussy, all right? He really, really is. And he doesn't have the clout to go toe to toe with Kennedy and her chosen apprentice. Harrison does, okay? Let me put it bluntly. I think he's the one, along with Spielberg and Lucas, who put that rumor out there in the Daily Mail. Okay, I think it was him. And I've been told I'm not far off from the truth. Okay, all right. That rumor about Indiana Jones. He's not afraid to take her on. And I'm going to tell you something. You can live in a delusional world and pretend that she's the most powerful woman in Hollywood. Hey. No, she's not. She's not. Harrison Ford, all he has to do is say, I'm not doing it. Kathy, I'm not. And it won't happen. Okay, it just won't. He's a team player as long as they play fair with him. But the moment they start fucking with him, then he'll take him out. Okay, I've seen him do it before. If you remember the movie The Devil's Own, somebody tried to fuck with him on that, and I don't think that person has worked in Hollywood since. Okay, he's not a man to mess with. So imagine him seeing what they're doing to Mark. Ryan ignoring Mark, etc., ignoring basically the wise counsel that the fans will get pissed. Seeing that Carrie's not, I don't think she was as happy on that set as she said she'd like to say. And I think if she was still alive and healthy, I think if she was healthier, if she hadn't been so sick making that movie, I think that movie would have been different. Okay, I think that she would have taken it and run with it. I think she would have absolutely destroyed them. But I think if Harrison had been in that cast, that movie would have been different, far different. Because he would have said, he would have gone to Iger, okay? He would have gone to Iger and said, I can't do this. Look what they're doing to Mark, look what they're doing to Carrie. And Mark and they took advantage of Mark because he's a pussy. He really is a pussy, okay? Carrie because she was sick. All right? And I honestly think that when he saw that movie, he was like, they needed him. And this is why we're getting, if they want me back in Star Wars, I'll come back. This is why he said yes to that atrocious, imagined I forgive you thing. There really wasn't him. That's how bad the sequel trilogy is. Okay, so let's so do I think this, like I said, it's 50-50 if this is true. And it wouldn't surprise me. They've got a really good deep fake artist with Shamook. I know he's working on Indy 5. He's probably working on a lot of stuff for Lucasfilm. And I hope they're paying him a lot of money because he's worth the cost. Anyway, let's talk about WDW Pro's rumor that he hasn't been told they're retconning the ST. I want to ask a question. Jon Favreau, if you ever watch this, what's the point of calling the last episode of Mandalorian The Rescue and having Luke show up in his post-ROTJ Grandmaster Jedi Luke Skywalker glory only to still destroy the character? And the story is, well, they're using Grogu to explain why Luke was doing what he was doing. First off, by the very presence of Grogu, he changes the canon. So already the canon's changed. Okay? Alright? Secondly, practical business sense. Okay? I don't have an MBA. Maybe I should get one. But I'll tell you something. When you walk into an Ollie's, and it wasn't just our Ollie's, it's Ollie's all over the place. I've had people tell me it was like that in California, New York, Wisconsin, everywhere where there's an Ollie's. Shelves full of Rays from 4 years ago, from 5 years ago. Okay? That Walmart and maybe Target couldn't sell because no one wanted it. Okay? And no Kylo Rens because if I remember 2 years ago, there were shelves of Kylo Rens. You know? Trash. I mean, just these characters are trash. Hasbro and the other licensees can't make money on the sequel trilogy. So why the actual fuck would you ever try to explain away that goddamn mess? Why? All right. Purely from a business standpoint, the only way you can make Star Wars viable, money-making machine, is to make those 3 atrocities. I consider them crimes against humanity. They're created by, cultural Taliban. All right? Might as well be the same people who blew up the Bamiyan Buddhas. Okay? Why would you allow that shit to stand? Why? Why? It was really interesting. Tom Conkle was talking about taking his kid to see The Force Awakens and how his kid's face fell when Han was butchered like a villain, a dog on a catwalk, by his ugly ass, fucking creepy looking dirtbag son. I mean, I'm gonna say this, Adam Driver's a dirtbag. Right? If he hadn't played this character, if his fans weren't such fucking weirdos, I'd probably like the guy. But he played a character that was so, again, mind-bogglingly awful, poorly written, that, and his fans are just, I mean, they just filmed him running away from a bunch of Raylos at a thing for Gucci, for that stupid movie about the House of Gucci. Like, I give a shit to see. Okay? The guy's a non-entity. Yeah, I mean, my dog's anus is better looking than he is, for crying out loud. Okay? And a better actor. All right? I don't get it. So why would you let this stand? Oh, and by the way, Daisy Ridley is doing an independent movie right now. There you go. Okay. And she's not coming back. Neither of them are. Adam Driver won't anyway because I think he hates Star Wars. He's in the, oh, Padme. Shit. That actress's name, now I can't think of it. She won't come back. She doesn't go to the conventions. She won't be part of it. She hated it, which is too bad. There you go. Okay. It is what it is. So, you know, what exactly is really going on here? First off, I talked to Cameron today, and he said he still believes they're going to retcon it. Natalie Portman, thank you, John. My mind is completely blank. I broke my glasses today, and I am like really pissed off about it. Tried my contacts on, and that was bad. You're right. I mean, if they don't retcon it or put the sequel trilogy into Never Never Land, never be to be seen again, there's no point. There's no fucking point. All right? Cool Luke Skywalker shows up, saves Grogu and saves everybody, and it appears to save the franchise. But we're still going to get bum, I want to die, Luke on an island. You know, Mazurus had a point today. If they'd have taken these characters and put them 500 years in the future, in the galaxy, these new sequel trilogy characters, they would have been okay. They probably would have been fine. But they went to a place they shouldn't have. And I will always, when my father said this to me, he was right. You can always tell how a man or woman really feels about something, not by what they say, by what they do. And J.J. Abrams and you're right, Mad, and Ryan Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy and that fucking story group are, you know, they don't love it. They don't love it. The only time I've ever seen somebody who wasn't a fan of a franchise do it well was the guy that directed The Wrath of Khan. Because he went and watched all of them, figured out Star Trek, and The Wrath of Khan became a legend, okay? Oh, I don't know, Just Nova. How much money do you fucking have to invest in a losing proposition before you realize you're not making any money? Okay, that's a silly question. Okay. I don't know, Just Nova. Where are you getting this from? Do you watch that fucking moron? Or, you know, the other idiot What are you talking about? You come here and you turn into a troll. Okay? I'm sick of it. Do you listen to anything I say? Do you? No, they're not making any fucking money, and it's not cheaper to put money into the goddamn sequel trilogy, okay? Why would you ask such a stupid question? Alright? First off, hi. First off, if you go and look at what they're not, no, it's not a legitimate question. Why would you think that? I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think they're selling any of that merchandise? No, they're not. They're selling Grogu. Sequel trilogy merchandise isn't being made anymore. Okay? Alright? Are you just here to piss me off? Alright? They're selling original trilogy merchandise. They're selling prequel trilogy merchandise. There aren't any Kyle Rons new anymore because no one wants it. Hasbro's not making it. Go to Ollie's, Just Nova. Okay? Go to Ollie's. Stacks and stacks of Rays. And that psycho Jaina person from The Rise of Douchebag. Okay? That's what is at Ollie's. Alright? Go to Ollie's and look. Go right now. Okay? Alright, who is this? Hey, Dave. They're not making any money on the sequel trilogy. I don't understand. I'm not going to answer that because I can't. I can't. They sell the licenses. I don't care where you're from. I really don't. They sell the licenses to things like Hasbro. Hasbro makes the figures. Hey, Cinedave. Hasbro makes the figures. Hasbro then sells the merchandise. I mean, and they're not selling it. So that's why they're not making it. Okay? All right? Again, Ollie's wouldn't have stacks and stacks. It's Ollie's. Ollies. Fine. I don't care. Yeah, they're making, I mean, let's put it this way. Disney's not making any money on the sequel trilogy. You don't have to be a brainiac to figure that fucking out. Okay? I am not explaining that again. Alright? Sony and Hasbro are making money hand over fist with merchandise about Ghostbusters. Kids want proton packs. They want the figures. Collectors want the figures. Alright? George Lucas didn't become a billionaire from the movies. He became a billionaire because of the licensing and the products and the merchandise. Hey, Trayla. Now, Just Nova goes to those bigger channels and actually believes they're bullshit. That's what he does. That's why he's here trolling me right now. You know, no, they haven't. I mean, they haven't. In fact, I went to Target today and I haven't seen anything from the sequel trilogy in years. In years. In years. Okay? I haven't. All right. They don't make them anymore because they can't make the money from that. And they know it. They've told Disney that. Okay? You know, if you look at the problems with if you look at the problems with that the Star Wars hotel, people, I'm not making assumptions, I'm talking about facts. Just Nova. Don't ever tell me that again. Because when I say they're not making any money, they're not. I've been told that. Okay? All right. Look at the Star Wars hotel. It's basically nothing what they've talked about. Okay? It is nothing what we thought it was going to be. It's a dumpster fire. Okay? People are canceling their reservations in very big way. And you know, they're not going to be able to sell, you know, 2.5 day trips for, or two, whatever trips for $6,000. I mean, go look at the website. You don't get to have a vacation. You're going to Star Wars boot camp. All right? What is going on with this thing? There might be something going on with the dishwasher again. Anyway, you know, I'm, you know, they're not going to make money on the hotel. I mean, I'm going to ask you a question. You go, you get there, you put on the costumes they're forcing you to wear. Okay? You go and you want to have a drink, a cocktail or a beer, or a glass of wine or whatever. You sit down, hey Netters, how you doing? And all of a sudden Kyle Ron shows up. Hopefully, he's not trolling, he's just, I don't even know what he's doing. I mean, assumptions. Well, fuck off with that. Why would you say that to me? The only thing I'm assuming is when I talk about Harrison Ford coming back to do deepfake for Boba Fett. It's based on a rumor. I'm assuming it might be true because of what he said in the past. That's an assumption. When I'm talking business, when I'm talking money, I'm fucking serious here. Okay? These people, this clown work, circus at Lucasfilm and the outgoing administration at Disney is, you know, they aren't business people. They think they're creative, they're not. What they are a bunch of hacks. Politically motivated hacks. Okay? And they are literally the reason why Star Wars is in the mess it's in. You know, considering the fact that Disney's probably over $100 billion in debt, which is too much, I would say that them going cheap on a commercial shouldn't surprise anybody. Okay? Anyway, I have been on for almost a half hour. I am going to rock and roll right now because I gotta make dinner. And I don't know what I'm gonna make yet. So you guys all be good. Behave, be well. And, you know, we'll see where this takes us. But the thing about what WDW Pro, if it's not true, people are not going to watch The Mandalorian. They're not, if it's true. They're not going to watch it. They're not going to watch Boba Fett. Why? What's the point? It's pointless without it. Okay? It is pointless with, okay? It's pointless. If you don't fix what's broken, what's the point of watching this when it all leads to that? All right, I'll see you guys later. See you around the galaxy.